deliberate as verb, to think about or consider carefully and make a well-considered decision or opinion. The committee will deliberate on the best course of action for the organization. The jury deliberated for several hours before reaching a verdict. The board of directors will deliberate on the proposed budget at their next meeting. The panel of experts will deliberate on the winner of the competition. The council will deliberate on whether to approve the new zoning regulations. Derive as verb, to deduce or conclude from reasoning or evidence, to obtain or get something from a source or origin. Many English words are derived from Latin. The researchers were able to derive important insights from their study of the data. The chef derived inspiration from a recent trip to Italy for his new menu. The company's profits derive largely from its overseas operations. The student was able to derive the answer to the math problem by using a formula. Hamstring as verb, to cause serious damage or injury to the tendons at the back of the knee, to severely restrict or limit the ability of someone or something to function or operate effectively. The robbery hamstrung the small business. The company was hamstrung by the lack of investment. The political scandal hamstrung the politician's career. The team was hamstrung by injuries to key players. The new policy hamstrung the organization's ability to operate efficiently. Recrudesce as verb, to experience a renewal or revival, particularly referring to the return or worsening of a previous state or condition. To reoccur or flare up after a period of abatement or improvement, often used to describe the resurgence or recurrence of a condition or situation. The conflict began to recrudesce after a period of calm. The disease started to recrudesce in certain regions, causing concern among health officials. Tensions seemed to recrudesce despite efforts to maintain peace. Old fears began to recrudesce as the situation worsened. The protests seemed to recrudesce following the announcement, leading to increased unrest. Maintain as verb, to continue to have or hold something, to keep in a certain state, condition, or position. He maintained his innocence throughout the trial. The company has been able to maintain its profits despite the economic downturn. She maintains a strict exercise regimen to stay in shape. We need to maintain good relations with our clients to keep them coming back. The city has to maintain the roads and bridges to ensure safety for drivers. Resolve as verb, to come to a conclusion or decision about a problem or issue, to make a firm decision or determination to do or achieve something. She resolved to quit smoking and started a smoking cessation program. The two countries resolved their differences and signed a peace treaty. The customer service representative resolved the customer's issue over the phone. The team resolved to work together to complete the project on time. The therapist helped her client resolve her deep-seated emotional issues. Stymie as verb, to hinder, block, or thwart the progress or actions of someone or something, often causing a deadlock or obstruction. To prevent or obstruct someone's efforts or plans, leading to a situation where progress becomes difficult or impossible. The lack of funding threatened to stymie the progress of the research. His inability to articulate his ideas seemed to stymie the team's progress. The complex regulations began to stymie the growth of the small business. Efforts to expand were stymied by unexpected bureaucratic hurdles. The change in policies seemed to stymie the development of the project. Obscure as verb, to hide or conceal something, to make something difficult to see or understand, The criminal attempted to obscure his identity by wearing a disguise. The thick fog obscured the driver's vision, causing them to slow down. The company tried to obscure their unethical practices by providing misleading information. The photographer used a filter to obscure the subject's features and create a mysterious effect. The author deliberately obscured certain details in the novel to create suspense. Obtain as verb. Acquire or get hold of something through effort, purchase, or other means. Secure, gain, or procure something. It is difficult to obtain a visa to travel to some countries. The information can be obtained through a simple online search. The necessary permits can be obtained from the city council. The company aims to obtain a larger market share through strategic partnerships. The required qualifications can be obtained through a combination of education and experience. Censure as verb. Express strong disapproval or condemnation of someone or something, often in the form of a formal statement or resolution. The media outlet was criticized for censoring journalists who reported on controversial topics. The Ethics Committee decided to censure the senator for accepting bribes. The school board voted to censure the superintendent for mismanaging funds. The CEO was publicly censured by the company's board for unethical behavior. The football coach was censured by the league for making inappropriate comments about players. Wanting as verb. To be in need of something. To feel a desire or need for something. She was wanting for nothing in her luxurious lifestyle. The family was wanting for food during the drought. The town was wanting for infrastructure, causing issues with transportation and communication. The country was wanting for a stable government, leading to political turmoil. The company was wanting for experienced workers in the industry. Bolster as verb. To encourage or boost the confidence or morale of someone. To provide support or reinforcement to. To prop up or strengthen. The company decided to bolster its sales team with new hires. She used data from previous studies to bolster her argument in the research paper. The government is planning to bolster the economy by investing in infrastructure. The team's coach gave a motivational speech to bolster their confidence before the game. The organization launched a fundraising campaign to bolster its financial resources. Engender as verb. To bring about or give rise to. To cause or produce something. The new policies were designed to engender greater trust between the company and its customers. The charity event aimed to engender a sense of community and social responsibility. The author hoped that her book would engender a national conversation about mental health. The team-building exercises were meant to engender better communication and collaboration among employees. The project manager sought to engender a culture of innovation and risk-taking within the company. Flag as verb. To become tired or exhausted, often as a result of physical exertion or illness. To mark or tag something, especially in computing or software development, to indicate that it requires further attention or action. The bank flagged the suspicious transaction and alerted authorities. The software flagged the error and suggested a possible fix. The teacher flagged the student's essay for plagiarism and required a rewrite. The security guard flagged the car for a random search and found contraband in the trunk. The medical staff flagged the patient's allergy and adjusted the treatment plan accordingly. Bina as verb. To feel a strong longing or desire for something, especially for a person or place that one is separated from. To yearn strongly or wistfully for something, especially for a person or place that one is separated from. The child pined for the toy they had seen in the store. She pined for her lost love for years after their breakup. The prisoner pined for freedom during his years in jail. The dog pined for its owner while they were away on vacation. The soldier pined for his family while serving overseas. Posit as verb, to propose or put forward a theory, argument, or idea, often as a basis for discussion or further investigation. To put forward as a fact or suggestion, propose or postulate. The professor posited a new theory about the origins of the universe. The detective posited that the suspect had a motive for the crime. The essay posits that humans are inherently selfish. The scientist posited that the rare bird species might be extinct. The company CEO posited that the new product would revolutionize the industry. Ruft as verb, to form a group or team, typically for a specific purpose or activity. To organize or arrange something in a hasty or improvised manner. They decided to raft down the river for a fun weekend activity. The explorers rafted across the rapids in a daring display of bravery. The team was forced to raft the flooded river to reach their destination. They planned to raft the length of the Amazon River to raise awareness for environmental issues. The group of friends rafted through the Grand Canyon, admiring the stunning scenery. Reproach is verb, to criticize or express disapproval of someone or something. To express disapproval or criticism of someone or something, often in a way that implies blame or fault. The teacher reproached the student for cheating on the exam. The boss reproached the employee for being late to work. The parent reproached the child for not cleaning up their room. The coach reproached the player for unsportsmanlike behavior on the field. The friend reproached their friend for breaking their promise to meet up for lunch. Tout, as verb, to praise or publicize something in a persistent or excessive way. To promote or advertise something or someone aggressively. The company touted its new product in a TV commercial. The restaurant was touted as having the best pizza in town. The politician touted his accomplishments during the campaign. The book was touted as the next bestseller. The company touted the benefits of its new health plan. Attenuate as verb, to make something less severe or intense. To weaken the force, intensity, or effect of something. The sound of the music was attenuated by the thick walls of the building, making it barely audible from the outside. The medication can attenuate the symptoms of the disease, reducing their severity and duration. The company decided to attenuate the production of a certain product due to low demand and high costs. The trees attenuated the force of the wind, protecting the nearby buildings from damage. The filter attenuates the noise in the audio recording, improving its quality and clarity. Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.